I just can't let you go. Lord knows that I've tried to. You said I was the only one. No one likes being lied to. You made this mess and left me with the pieces. Now I wanna burn all the bridges between us. I've been stuck on your memory, but it's not like I need it. And we may have some history, but we don't have to repeat it. You made this mess and left me with the pieces.
Don't you be afraid.
Alrighty. So, we are back in PC Building Simulator Hardcore Mode Episode 2. Um, so, not much to it, just to get right to it, I guess. So, we are still level 3. Let's get some background music going. And let's go ahead and look at this real quick. So, we already got that done. So, let's go look at our computer and see what's next. So, alright, so upgrade graphics card, upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM, upgrade CPU. Alright, so if you look at the PC stats on this one, he has an Intel Pentium G4 520, and he's looking for an upgrade. So, that being said, let me go ahead and get a clean sheet of paper. That way we can take some notes while we're doing this. That way, I know what I need to buy. So, he has a budget of $600. And he's looking upgrade CPU, so we could probably get him an i7 on it. And then he has viruses. And I know that he has viruses because right here it says he's getting some weird pop-ups. So, that just kind of hints to me that there are viruses. So, we'll give him the Intel Core i7 6700, which isn't going to cost much. He's looking to upgrade his graphics card. Um, he has a MSI GeForce GTX 960 Gaming LE 100ME. MSI GeForce. Okay, so let's see here. Now, I don't know with this if I can get away with just getting him more virtual memory by just getting him the MSI GeForce GTX 970. It has 4 gigs of virtual RAM. It sounds like it would be the next one up. So we'll go ahead and do that. And he needs a cleaning. Once we're done, 11 days, events look like a bit clogged. Is that okay? My brother has a Sheen in his PC. He says they're the best. So he wants a Sheen, not MSI. Okay. What's our budget looking at for that? 700 is the budget. And we already have $158 that we're gonna end up going into the negative, unfortunately, but we'll get our money back. Go ahead and move that one. This one we can't do because we're not high enough stars, so we're gonna go ahead and do next day on that. And then we're gonna go ahead and shut off lights and end our day. Now, if you guys remember from the last episode, what we did is we got our second workbench going right there. So now we can have two PCs going at the same time. Which is something I like to do. So, upgrade, accurate D. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and remove that. And he is just looking for a CPU and virus clean. So let's go ahead and remove that. And let's get this dinosaur CPU out. And let's get ourselves a i7 thrown in it. It should count as upgrading it. Let's get some thermal compound on it. And let's get that done. And let's get that put back in. That is done. Let's go ahead and install the USB drive. And let's go ahead and get the rest of these cables put in. That is the graphics. And then this one goes here. And we can get it loaded up and then get the side panel thrown back on it. And we're gonna put in a virus scanner. Go ahead and get that going. Let's get this one. So we're going to do compressed air on this one real quick. Just so that way we can get it cleaned out. Because people don't know how to clean up their computers. Apparently. Alright. This one. Let's start scanning it. Okay, his is done, so we can go ahead and throw that down there. And let's finish up this one. So, we got to... no, actually. Remove that cable. Then we're going to remove that. 2 screws. We're going to install this one. See, just like I thought. It looks like there is a PCI port opened. So we can throw that PCI one in there. That is good. And then this one does not have any extra cables that needs to, oh wait. Ha! I lied. Oh no, I didn't lie. This one should be done. It's not like the MSIs where you have to plug it in to the PSU. Put that in. Make sure it can boot. Which it can. Let's go ahead and get this case on. And then we are done with this day. So, let's go ahead and collect our money. almost up to that. We're level 4 now, so we unlocked the quick screw tool, the AMD Radeon RX 470 GPUs, the 2800 megahertz RAM, and the B250 chipset motherboards. And then we have all these components that we can use. Discard that. New bits is the MSI GeForce GTX Gaming 4G Golden Edition. Still can't do that one yet, that's fine. We can't do that one yet, which is fine. Alright, so Real Cheese at mintymail.cool says my game rig isn't booting anymore. I don't know what's wrong with it. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? It seems to power on okay, the fans go around, but doesn't get any further than the BIOS screen. So, for this one, just mark that out. So that's RC. Screen. No. Further, we're gonna accept that one. And then this one, which is a Blake Patter, says, "Hey, as you're no doubt aware, it is nearly the 50th anniversary of beloved cult classic Babes of Plant Banthamore. You would think that the powers that be would use that opportunity to release a 4K remaster, but no. They haven't reissued the old DVD, which now commands a high price at auction online. It's like they don't want money. Not that the old DVD is any good, by the way. So a lot of stuff that most people are just gonna skip over and not read. Talking about pirating right here, which is a no-no. So this one, it's just a virus removal. It's a cheap one, but nonetheless, we can do it. So let's go ahead and end our day. And let's go to work. Light on. We're gonna go ahead and get real cheese done first. Or BP done first. Which is just the viruses. And I might actually... I don't have the auto connect. I don't have enough for that one yet. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can just do it ourselves. So, let's get stuff plugged in. Get this one scanned. That way we can be done with this one. And that's gonna be done real quickly. I want to be able to focus all that I can on diagnosing the other computer that doesn't seem to get further than the BIOS. What I think is happening is just a bad CPU. Maybe a bad PSU as well. So we'll see on that one once we get done with this one. This is why you don't pirate stuff, because then you can get viruses in them. Alright, now on this one. Let's go ahead and remove this, because we're going to have it off anyways. Let's get cables hooked up to it. And then, let's see what this baby can do. Get everything hooked up. Alright. Yep, see? No CPU. So let's get this cable removed. And if we go into our inventory, the CPUs, a broken Ryzen 5 quad core. So it's a Ryzen 5 quad core 1500X. Okay, so now we know what the issue is. How much do we? Let's go ahead and click that. Discard that. We have a $200 budget. CPU and processors. Ryzen 5 quad 1500X. So, what is my deadline? Doesn't look like I have a deadline. And because I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on it. I'm gonna do this next 35 working days on that one. And then let's go ahead and take this one off the bench. And just go ahead and oh, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just throw that one there. That's something that we're working on. So we're gonna not worry about that one right now. Alright, this one is upgrade to 16 gigs of RAM. So this person, my friend said you work with computers, super slow right now, 16 gigs memory. Wants it done by tomorrow. Okay, so this is TR. 16 gigs of RAM. And then white, gray cables. What's his stats right now? He has the G skill Flare X 8 gig. Budget is 400, which is perfect. This one, which is DL. So it's going to be a virus removal. It's going to be RAM, so he wants 8 gigs of RAM of G skill. Okay. So let's go ahead and add another G skill to that one. This one for SP or Slick PAL. It's gonna be PC super sluggish. I want 8 gigs RAM installed. I like nice and shiny new components. So they want 8 gigs of RAM. And then they want classic white cables. I think we can give them that. Budget is 150. So just throw another one in there. See, things are working fast enough. I need you to upgrade the CPU. It looks like bad in there, so black cables might look nicer. The vents are a bit clogged. Is that okay? So David Wild, RDW is what I'm going to write down for here. Upgrade CPU. So clean that one. CPU needs to be the AMD Ryzen 5 Core 1500 series. AR 5QC 1500 series. And then he wants plastic black cables. Alright, so let's get shop. He wants a new CPU. So we're gonna go ahead and add another Ryzen 5 quad. Cables. I don't have that, so I need to go ahead and buy these. Okay. Hopefully I get enough money to recuperate those losses. And let's go ahead and end this day and alright, so let's get our parts. First thing we're gonna do is gonna be Timothy Reynolds, which is gonna be a cleaning and light gray cables. As well as upgrading to 8 gigs of RAM. Eugh. Okay. So let's get this cleaned up real quick. And let's get this one done. Alright, so we got this one cleaned out. Let's throw in a cleaning on there. That way I can mark it off. That way I'm just keeping track of what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and remove that. Open up that one. Memory that I have. Boom. Alright, let's go ahead and remove cables. I don't know how he says that it looks bland in there with the white cables. I think the white cables look a whole lot nicer than just black. But to each their own. Cables, so he wants light gray. Classic. Which honestly looks just like the ones that he had, but okay. Put that there. Plug that into that PSU slot. Actually, wait, no. That one should go. So I don't remember where these go. There it is. That one goes there to remove this one. Boom. There we go. And again, I'm having to... I don't like doing the fans like this, because the fans are a pain to find the... I have a hard time finding that one spot on the fan, just that way I can plug it in. But you know, once I find it, then it's fine. Get one that plugged in, let's get that one plugged into the main power slot, which is there. And if you're just joining us, we are replacing some cables. differences between the normal mold and hardcore is that you don't have the guides that say where the cables go. So you kind of have to figure out where they go. Now that we did that, let's get that one plugged in, which should go there. Then we should have one more that we have to plug in down to the power supply. Boom. Alright, let's get this one plugged in. The bench and make sure that it starts up, and then this one should be done. And then we can move on to the next one. Make sure this boots up. See, this is why we test it, because I forgot to hook the graphics card up to the power supply as well. Which is my bad. I should have been paying more attention to that. Now, we launch it or power it up, it should turn on, which it does. So let's get these side panels put back on. And then this one is done. And then we can move on to the next one. Sweet, that one is done. So now we're looking for distinct Lorraine, viruses, and one's an upgrade. And I removed the wrong side. So let's get that one back in. There we go. So she wants an upgrade to 8 gigs of RAM. So she has a 4 gig stick in here. Kind of just been doing the G-Skill Flare X. Let's go ahead and make sure before we shut that up that we get... Okay, so she doesn't want any cable mods, so we can go ahead and close this up and get the cables hooked up, put the USB in there, install the virus scanner, and get her computer cleaned up. And there it is. Come on. There we go. That plugged in. This one plugged into there. So we got one plugged into there, and get the power supply plugged in. There. And while that launches, we can go ahead and get SecPal placed on the bench. And virus scanner. I'll try to finish one computer before I move on to the next, unless I'm doing a 3D mark on a computer. Then I'll start the 3D mark and then work on the other computer while the 3D mark's running. Because the 3D mark takes about, I want to say, 4 minutes to do its thing. Now, unless I'm doing like a complicated build where I need to monitor like how hot it's getting and stuff like that, then I will end up, let's see, SecPal, 8 gigs, and plastic white cables. Now another thing you want to watch out for is you have a rating in this game. So the rating's up here. So a lot of times is when you get something, um, it will have like hidden objectives that you don't know about that you need to do to get a better rating when everything is said and done. So I take the time to actually read through each email that I get just so that way I can. Where's that cable at? Alright, we're gonna leave that cable plugged in. And let's get the hard drive. Oh, don't want to do that. Alright, and then we're gonna install cables. They want plastic white cables. The hard drive plugged in. Which one are you? Come on, where are you? Wait, no, that one goes here. This one goes there. Come on. There we go. This one will go. See if I can figure out where this one goes. Eventually, I'm gonna get the hang of this on getting these fans plugged in. Let's see. There. And then we're gonna go ahead and quickly remove right there. That one in. Which I don't think it's really gonna matter too much. Okay, I thought I left a cable there. Boom. And then this one should go there. And the next one is here, which is the main power for the motherboard. And this one also goes to the PSU. Let's make sure that we didn't miss anything before we close this thing up. We got that fan hooked up. We got the motherboard hooked up there and there. We have the graphics or the hard drive hooked up to both the motherboard and the PSU. We have this fan hooked to there, this fan hooked to that fan hooked to there. Case is what we gotta do now. Now, if I remember right, the case is right there. Who knows, I might actually end up drawing up a diagram of the different motherboards and that way I can just look at the blueprint of the motherboard of what goes where, and that way I don't have to worry about trying to fiddle around with it like I do now. And then this one should theoretically be done. It doesn't say anything about viruses, I don't think, so let's go ahead and check it. This one was SickPal. Yep, that was it. So let's get this thing hooked up to the bench, and then you should be done with this one. And then we can move on to our next one. We're still waiting on some parts to come in for one of our other computers that we're working on. And that one's done. So we can replace that one. Next is David Wild, which he says that he needs it cleaned. He needs us to upgrade his CPU. which right now he has a, oh, where did I put it? There it is. He has a AMD Ryzen 1400 series. So, next one up is going to be the 1500X. And yes, that is dirty. I still can't believe that, you know, people literally let their computers get this dirty. Like, I'd be anal about it. I wouldn't want my computer to get this dirty. Which is funny speaking because my gaming setup is a laptop. It's a gaming laptop, but it's a laptop nonetheless. And tools is one there. Let's get the CPU cooler back on. I think it was this blue one. Yeah, it was this blue one. And let's get that one plugged in. Alright, real quickly, just, okay, so, he wants plastic black cables. So let's go ahead and remove this one real quickly. That way we can see what we're looking at, and let's get these cables removed. Kind of easier to get cables removed from this side. That one. And is there any more? No, there is not. So, he wants plastic black cables. This one goes there, and that one should be right there. This one should be right up here somewhere. Wait, no, that's a case. The case is down here. Right there. This fan. That fan should go there. And then we have the hard drive, so let's get the power of it hooked up, and then we can move to there. That one goes there. And this one goes here. This one goes there. And this one should go there. And then I think we have everything. Oh, no, we don't. We still gotta do this one. So let's get that one hooked up there. And let's get the power hooked up there. Now we have it all done. So we have it cleaned, we have that done, and we have it installed with plastic black cables. Let's go ahead and hook it up to the bench, and then we can power it on, make sure it powers up. In the meantime, while it's doing that, let's go ahead and get these put back on. There we go. And then this one is done. So now we have these 4 done, so we can go ahead and get paid for that. Collect. And then this one's the last one. Alrighty. So, how long have we been going for? 50 minutes. Okay. Let's see what we got that's new. PrioRig C7, MSI Radeon RX 470 gaming 8 gig. Okay. The data ultimate power supply. Cool. Okay, graphics card, and power supply. Oops, did not mean to reject that. Not what I wanted to do. Alrighty, so let's see here. Just looking at what we have going for us. Let's go ahead and look at our inventory and see what we have that we can get rid of that we don't need. Alright, sell that one. Let's try to get some money back. Can't sell that, that's the customers. This one we can sell. Sell the used stuff. Go ahead and sell that one. Graphics card, just go ahead and sell. Okay. So one thing that we can do on Real Cheese real quick while we're waiting for his stuff is getting these moved in. Case fans. And then we don't have to worry about it, because then it's already done. Let's go ahead and get these cables hooked up. Okay, so the bottom left. And then those ones, if I remember right, should go right there. And this one go there. So now we have his fans thrown in there. So now we don't have to worry about that. Now, what do we got here? So we get the AMD Ryzen for that one on Thursday. So, let's see what we got here. Upgrade graphics card. PC stats. He has an MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti gaming 4 gig. I don't know if okay. Well, I think what we're gonna do here is I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna save the game. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pick up these next set of emails. right here. In episode 3, we're gonna finish Real Cheese's repair on his in episode 3 as well. So tune in next time for PC Building Simulator Hardcore Mode episode 3. Thanks for watching.